This is Mac OS Ken.
How Apple could win at artificial intelligence. Google wants to bust open iMessage. And finally, somebody honors Taylor Swift. It is Thursday, the 9th of November, 2023. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by SimpliSafe, the right way to protect your home. Get 50% off any SimpliSafe system with a Fast Protect plan at simplisafe.com/MacOSKen. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/MacOSKen. Morgan Stanley analyst Eric Woodring has a total science fiction idea for Apple that is probably not total science fiction. Are you familiar with the term Edge AI? According to a definition from NVIDIA, Edge AI is the deployment of artificial intelligence applications in devices throughout the physical world. It's called Edge AI because the AI computation is done near the user at the edge of the network, close to where the data is located, rather than centrally in a cloud computing facility or private data center. A definition from IBM says Edge AI refers to the deployment of AI algorithms and AI models directly on local edge devices such as sensors or Internet of Things devices, which enables real-time data processing and analysis without constant reliance on cloud infrastructure. And Morgan Stanley's Woodring thinks Apple is set to clean up in that space. Apple 3.0 ran part of a note the analyst wrote Wednesday, quoting that, AI at the edge is emerging as a theme we believe will gain more traction in 2024 as new products come to market and new killer apps emerge. This is because 50% of all enterprise data will be created at the edge, according to Gartner, leaving open an opportunity for hardware original equipment manufacturers to come to market with a new generation of smart devices to power AI at the edge. The way he sees it, Apple stands ready with its 2 billion plus active devices, its 1.2 billion plus users, its commitment to data privacy for those users, and its super fast silicon. Quoting his note, while constraints at the edge exist, namely power consumption and processing power, we believe they are being addressed with the more complex and powerful silicon, including Apple's A17 Pro SoC, which can process 35 trillion operations per second, giving it the capability to power, locally, on the device, large language models up to high single-digit billions of parameters. Woodring says he and his believe 2024 will be a catalyst year for Edge AI and see Apple as one of 6 key beneficiaries. He's got an overweight rating on Apple shares and a price target of $210. Google and a few prominent telecoms in Europe are pursuing a new path for iMessage. If you can't join them, beat them. The Financial Times ran a piece Wednesday that had the search giant, as well as the wireless carriers Vodafone, Deutsche Telekom, Telefonica, and Orange, writing a letter to the European Commission arguing that iMessage meets gatekeeper status and should see that hold broken. Currently, the report points out, only Apple users are able to communicate via iMessage, making its signature blue bubble texts a key factor in retaining iPhone owners' loyalty, especially among younger consumers. When customers using smartphones running Google's Android software join an iMessage chat group, all the messages change color, indicating it has defaulted to standard SMS. Android users also lose some functionality, such as the quality of videos and photos, according to the Financial Times. Though Apple has not commented on this letter specifically, it did point the paper to points it's made in the past. According to those past statements from Apple, iMessage is a great service that Apple users love because it provides an easy way to communicate with friends and family while offering industry-leading privacy and security protections. Consumers today have access to a wide variety of messaging apps and often use many at once, which reflects how easy it is to switch between them. iMessage is designed and marketed for personal consumer communications, and we look forward to explaining to the Commission why iMessage is outside the scope of European Commission regulatory rules as defined by the Digital Markets Act. 2 problems fixed and perhaps another started by macOS Sonoma 14.1.1. I told you Wednesday of a sort of mishap around some of the M3 MacBook Pro and iMac units shipped out this week. Word had been that those machines would ship with a unique version of Sonoma that would need to be updated upon receipt. Not only did the machines in question not have any version of Sonoma installed, shipping instead with a version of the previous version of macOS, there was also no way to update to Sonoma. At least not for the first few hours. During the day Tuesday, Apple released macOS 14.1.1. While the notes did not say so, the supposition was that the small Sonoma update would fix the old OS issue for affected Macs. Now, a piece from Mac Rumors says it did do that. It's also said to have addressed a bug affecting Adobe Photoshop. For folks staying behind in Ventura, there is an update for you as well. The same Mac Rumors piece says Apple released a bug-fixing macOS Ventura 13.6.2 on Wednesday. Apple's support doc on the update says it fixes an issue where the displays on 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pro units with Apple Silicon would start up to a black screen or circled exclamation point after the built-in display's default refresh rate is changed. Now, as for the problem that may have been created, I got an interesting email from Steve on Wednesday. He said he had updated his 2018 Intel-based Mac Mini on Tuesday, moving it from 14.1 to 14.1.1. When he did, he says, all of the USB-C ports stopped working. After cable swapping and troubleshooting, he's pretty convinced it was the update that did the ports in. Restarting the machine and various resets did nothing for the issue. He wondered whether I had heard anything about it, but when I searched online, the only mention I could find was Steve's own thread started on Apple's community forum. So, have you had this problem? Have you heard of anybody else having this problem? As always, my email is open, info@macoscan.com. Get the kids to get their thinking caps on. 9 to 5 Mac says Apple has announced the next Swift Student Challenge set for February of next year. For practice between now and then, the company on Wednesday released 4 new Everyone Can Code projects. New to the mix, design a simple app, which lets students create an app prototype in Keynote to learn the fundamentals of app design, practice rapid prototyping, and collect feedback. Build with Stacks and Shapes, which teaches the fundamentals of user interface design by having kids build an app in Swift Playgrounds and code a self-portrait or work of art using Swift UI. Build customizable shapes, which steps up a student's app interface game. And design an app icon, which basically bridges the last mile between making an app and making it ready and appealing for download. Speaking on the Swift Student Challenge, Apple VP of Worldwide Developer Relations and Education and Enterprise, Susan Prescott, said, "We know that students are eager to learn coding skills to solve challenges they care about and want to know how to get started. Apple is releasing new coding resources for students and educators, working with our community partners on dedicated Swift programming, and sharing advance notice of the Swift Student Challenge timeline for 2024. More information and resources are available at education.apple.com. Speaking of Swift, congratulations to the swiftiest Swift there is. A piece from Cult of Mac says Apple Music has named Taylor Swift its Artist of the Year. Which stinks. I really thought I had a shot this year. In bestowing the honor, Oliver Schusser, Beats and Apple Music VP, was quoted as saying, "Taylor Swift's impact on music is absolutely undeniable, not just this record-breaking year, but throughout her entire career. She is a generation-defining artist and a true change agent in the music industry, and there is no doubt that her impact and influence will be felt for years to come. We are thrilled to have the opportunity to celebrate her achievements." Accepting on Swift's behalf, Taylor Swift, who was quoted as saying, "I am so honored to be Apple Music's Artist of the Year. Thank you to every single one of you for making this year the most incredible, joyful, celebratory year ever. From streaming the music nonstop to screaming it together in real life at the shows, dancing chaotically in movie theaters, none of this would have been possible without you. Thank you so much." Man, took my award and cribbed my speech. Not cool. More news in a moment, but first a word from today's sponsor, SimpliSafe, the right way to protect your home. If any part of you thinks any part of your home could be a bit more secure, you should go now to simplysafe.com/macOSKen. That's because now you can get 50% off any SimpliSafe system with a Fast Protect plan. You hear security and probably think, stopping bad guys. Well, yeah, SimpliSafe works to do that, with HD cameras for inside and out, and monitoring agents who can see and speak to intruders through the Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera, helping stop bad guys in their tracks. But SimpliSafe monitors for other hazards as well, like water damage, fire, carbon monoxide. You choose just the sensors you need to feel secure. Whatever you need, installation's a breeze. I had my SimpliSafe system up and running on my own in well under an hour. All of that plus a 60-day money-back guarantee and a lower price to get you going. For a limited time, you can get 50% off any SimpliSafe system with the Fast Protect plan. Visit simplysafe.com/macOSKen, SIMPLI. That's simplysafe.com/macOSKen. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. News of a couple of big games coming to the Apple sphere. First for the Mac, a piece from Apple Insider says the dystopian adventure Stray is wandering into the lives of Apple Silicon Mac users next month. In Stray, the piece says, players take the role of a stray cat who must untangle an ancient mystery to escape a long-forgotten cyber city. Along the way, the cat befriends a small flying drone known only as B-12, which helps players unravel the mystery of this dystopian world. It makes more sense than Donkey Kong. Not a new game, but new to the Mac. The game launched on PC and console in 2022, according to Apple Insider. Available for $30 in the App Store, Stray will land on Apple Silicon Macs on the 5th of December. Less cute, but a bit more widely available, a remake of Resident Evil 4 is on the way, just in time for the holidays. A piece from Engadget says Capcom has announced that the Resident Evil 4 remake will hit iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max, as well as iPads and Macs powered by an M1 or later chipset. Potential buyers will apparently be able to try before they buy, and they won't have to choose for which device they're buying. Engadget says the title will have universal purchase support. Not only will it play across supporting iPhones, iPads, and Macs, it'll also carry a player's progress from one device to another. No word on pricing for the game, nor associated in-app purchases. It'll be available to players on the 20th of December. Apple TV Plus is headed to Comic-Con, or its Brazilian equivalent. The Cupertino streamer issued a press release Wednesday heralding an epic CCXP debut with immersive fan experiences to promote the live-action Godzilla series, Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. Of course, attendees may have already seen the start of the series by the time they get there. Billed as the largest comic and entertainment convention in the world, CCXP runs the 30th of November through the 3rd of December in Sao Paulo. The first 2 episodes of Monarch make their debut on Friday, the 17th of November, which is next week. Wow, okay. You're excited. And finally today, Hannah Waddingham, Home for Christmas, has a trailer. The roughly 1-minute promo for the 1-hour special happened so fast it's hard to keep up with exactly what you're seeing. Suffice to say, there's singing, there's dancing, and there are special guests. Among those, according to Apple Insider, are Luke Evans, Sam Ryder, Leslie Odom Jr., the London Gay Men's Choir, the Fabulous Lounge Swingers, an 18-piece band, and a lot of stars from Ted Lasso. Recorded earlier this year at London's The Coliseum Theatre, Hannah Waddingham, Home for Christmas hits Apple TV Plus on Wednesday, the 22nd of November. The trailer is up now on YouTube. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by SimpliSafe. Get 50% off any SimpliSafe system with a Fast Protect plan at simplysafe.com/macOSKen. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.